greetings from all the members of every community for Christ, and also a special greetings from Bishop Dr. Esra Sargunam, President Bishop of Evangelical Church of India, and all the ECA bishops. I am Reverend Dr. Chellappa, the National Coordinator of every Community for Christ Ministries in India. Indeed, it's a joy and privilege for me to share the works of God that is being carried on in India through the ECC teams. The history. Every Community for Christ, formerly known as Every Creature Crusade, started its ministry in the year 1911 when Mr. Charles Cowman visited in Japan. The original vision was carried out between the year 1911 and 1918 with the joining of young American seminarians with Japanese co-workers. The second phase, again after the Second World War, when again young seminarians went to Japan to join the Japanese, Hong Kong to join Chinese and Taiwanese. They have formed as teams to evangelize house to house and conduct campaigns. As a result, the fruits were being gathered together as churches. The third phase was started in the middle of 1960 when Dr. Stanley Tam visited Asia with Dr. Ferguson and was challenged to see the sons and daughters of each country reach their own country people. The Lord has blessed Dr. Stanley Tam's business, so he committed to support the ECC team ministry, and it was expanded year after year. The Every Community for Christ is an evangelizing agent of OMS International, which functions to establish churches exclusively for OMS related national churches. Therefore, it is a privilege for OMS International to be involved with the Evangelical Church of India in India through ECC teams. Dr. Graham Houghton, Reverend Joe Black were discussed the possibility of starting a team in Chennai. ECC was established the ministry in the year 1972 at Kaveri Pakam. In 1972, the team was started and it was increased up to 8 in the year 1982. Then on, according to the budget approved, the number of teams were increased year after year. It was in January 10 and 11, 1998, ECC celebrated the Silver Jubilee of its ministry. A special Thanksgiving service was conducted at Kaveri Pakam. Bishop Dr. Esra Sargunam, Dr. Sundar Singh, Dr. David Grafenberger, Dr. J.P. Gross, Dr. Stanley Tam, and Dr. Wesley Duell were attended the Thanksgiving service and gave away the ECC memento to all the senior workers of ECC in recognition of their services as team members and team leaders. In the same year, that is 1992, the team budget was approved for another 25 teams in India. We praise God for the generosity in providing additional funds for India. As the teams were establishing churches in the villages and towns and cities, they were divided into 3 categories according to their involvements. They are called traditional teams, relief and restoration teams, teams among the people groups. At an average of 30,000, people were led to take decision to follow Christ in a year. Dr. Stanley Tam mentioned in his letter of greetings, and I quote, "You have brought a great harvest of precious souls into God's kingdom. You became rich towards God." The statistics comes out of India, makes us all here at Stanida Foundation rejoice in the Lord. Keep it up, the good works. ECC teams have established 650 churches. 1,437 house churches are being established thus far. Then again, it is not as easy as it was for the teams to bring out such results. The religious fundamentalists and fanatics are always in the move as watchdogs to see and check what is going on in the houses and in the public. Accusations and atrocity against Christians started with the open air preaching, then with the distribution of Christian literature, then the Christian gatherings saying that Christians are inducing and converting people. But the ministries are being carried on continually to share the love of Christ to the people in a different mode and means. Yes, gospel is the power of God for the salvation of everyone who believes. Romans 1:16. Conducting vacation Bible school for the children in the churches are very common in India during the summer holidays. Children from all the faiths come and attend the VBS programs for a week or 10 days. They learn songs, stories, and Bible verses. Praises and gifts were given. It is a very common, and even non-Christian parents used to send their children to nearby churches wherever the VBS are being conducted. But now such VBS programs are also being looked at a different perspective and hindered. Very recently in Bangalore City, Pastor Victor Babu, who was conducting VBS, was arrested by the police, saying that he is trying to teach Christianity to 23 minor students. It is happening more regularly in these days. Worship centers are being demolished, Christian worshippers are being attacked, and the pastors are being beaten, and they have been taken to custody. But no action against the attackers. ECC towards such multiplication movement. As we read the saying of Solomon, the wise man, be adventurous like those who accept the risk and reap the benefits of seaborne trade. Do not always play it safe. Ecclesiastes 11:1. The teams are willing to take such risk to preach the gospel and present Christ to the lost. Everywhere the people are being saved and gathered in small groups to worship the living God. It is true that the small groups which were formed some 30 to 40 years ago are being grown into big churches today. They are not only self-supportive but also generous to give and support IMM missionaries, supporting to construct churches and helping the poor and needy children in our country. Also, they are being motivated and planned daughter churches. It is so successful in the cities like Chennai and Mumbai. In the meantime, in order to make sure of every opportunity and achieve the ECA vision to establish 10,000 churches, plan 100,000 house churches, and to train and equip 30,000 Swartics, YMS and ECC International and ECA leaders have signed the Vision Lives On agreement on October 27, 2005. It was implemented by giving training to selective teams which are called the church planting teams. The church planting teams started to work among the responsive people groups. The result was good in Bihar, Jharkhand and Chhattisgarh. In the process of church multiplication, now we are using the village church planting strategy, the train and multiply strategy to train and equip the lay leaders. Those who are being trained showing much interest, and most of them are able to start their first generation house church and learn to communicate the gospel in the form of stories. They use the book Bible as One Story and creation stories. Some of the pastoral workers in some areas found additional lay leaders and able to establish the second and the third generation house churches. As we see the growth of house churches, we are also experiencing the need for a common place of worship in some of the villages where the groups are much larger that they find it difficult to gather in a house. We are grateful to God for all the work that He has done. At the same time, as a family of ECC, I express our hearty thanks to YMS International, Stanida Foundation and Dr. Stanley Tam and Mr. Wes Lytle of US Plastics for their continuous support and prayers for our ministry in India. Along with that, I also want to thank our President Bishop Dr. Esra Sargunam, Bishop Dr. Sundar Singh, ECA Chennai Diocese for their continuous support and prayers. Thank you.
Pray for India, pray for India, pray for India, pray for India, pray.